It's time once again to slip into your camo, grab your bow, and join us out in the field for another episode of the Up North Journal, presented by PSE Archery. The Up North Journal crew is knocked and ready to rock for another exciting adventure. So let's step outside and hit the trail.
Hey everybody, Dan DeFaw here, co-host of the Up North Journal, and you're tuning into a mini podcast where we're going to elevate your game in the archery world by listening to a tech tip from PSE's own Bobby Vargas of the PSE Marketing Department. So stay tuned and listen in.
Hey, we're back again with another tech tip with PSE's Bobby Vargas. Bobby, how you doing?
I'm doing all right today, Mike. How are you?
We're doing great here in Michigan. You know, it's getting to be that time of year where we're starting to think about archery season coming up, and people are talking about their bows getting tuned up and things. And, you know, one of the things that I've heard before, and you guys have done some video on this as well, is talking about brace height. What is brace height for somebody who doesn't know? Why is it important, and does it determine the forgiveness of your bow like everybody says?
And that is a great question, and it's come up a lot over the last several years. And typically, old guys like me who've been grown up with bow hunting or just bow shooting, people have taught us that in order to be accurate and forgiving, your bow has to be super long axle to axle and have a super deep brace height. And brace height is measured from the deepest point of your grip to the string. So the further away the string is from your grip, the deeper the brace height. The closer the string is to your grip, the shorter the brace height, if you can imagine that. Mm-hmm. So the reason that people would say that a deep brace height bow was more forgiving was because you had a shorter effective power stroke. The power stroke being the distance from the point of your bow at full draw, from where your string comes to full draw, to the point where it is at brace height. So if your brace height is really, really deep, you have a shorter power stroke. It gets the arrow off the string, in theory, quicker, leaving you less time to make any mistakes.
Gotcha.
And also for a bow being long axle to axle, typically the way they were designed way back when, it was really long, and it helped you hold the bow straight up and down, perpendicular to the ground, and that helped with forgiveness. The longer the bow was, the easier it was to tip it left and right during the shot, so a little more stable, and then a deep brace height got the arrow off quicker. So that's how we grew up learning about forgiveness. Well, these kind of, with our new X technology, with the PSE bows, we kind of smashed those old myths. And I call them myths because they don't really apply anymore. Some people are still looking, when they're shopping for a bow, brace height is still an important deciding factor to them because they want that forgiveness. Because in their mind, deep brace height is forgiveness. They don't necessarily know what the deep brace height was giving them. So now what we're trying to educate people with is, with our X technology limb design, you can get a bow with a 6-inch brace height that people were scared to shoot in the past. You can get one of our bows with a 6-inch brace height and shoot that very, very accurately and forgiving. And the reason being is we have the shortest launch time out of any other bow out there. And referring to launch time as a time from the time you hit your release to the time the arrow is off the string. That's what we call launch time. So it's the arrow is on the string for a very, very short amount of time, giving you very, very little time to make any mistakes. But because you're shooting a short brace height bow on our bows, your power stroke, you're still maintaining a long power stroke, giving you lots and lots of performance and speed. So you're able to maintain speed and get the forgiveness of what used to be a deep brace height bow, because our launch time is so short. And I know that's a lot to kind of comprehend as I'm telling you over the phone and you're listening to this over the radio, but we do have videos on this online. Go to the PSC YouTube channel. You can specifically look for launch time video, and you'll get to visibly see what I'm trying to explain here, and how brace height is a non-issue anymore when it comes to forgiveness and accuracy.
Yeah, you guys did the dynamic brace height, and you did the launch speed videos, and both those videos explain it really well. I was amazed when I saw those.
Yeah, we hope that they did their job, and I'm pretty sure they did. But I'm glad you mentioned that. Look at the dynamic brace height video as well, folks, while you're out there, because what the dynamic brace height tells you is how brand X bows, how their dynamic brace height is way shorter than our bows. And when we're saying dynamic brace height, we're talking about the distance the string travels forward beyond brace. So our strings travel a very, very short amount beyond brace, where you'll find some of the other bows that are out there, they travel way, way, way beyond brace. So the perfect example of that is when you get a chance to watch that video, you'll look at our bow with a 6-inch brace height against another bow with a 7-inch brace height, and the 7-inch brace height bow lets go of that arrow far beyond where our bow lets go of the arrow with a 6-inch brace height. So if you're thinking that you're going to be more accurate and be more forgiving with brand X bow with a deeper brace height, you're actually hurting yourself by going with that model. And by watching that video, you'll understand what I mean by that.
Yeah, you're getting that arrow off the string quicker. It's coming off quicker than the other one. Like you said, it's almost like that string's like a piece of spaghetti. It comes forward past rest.
Yep.
So
sure, yeah.
Awesome stuff.
But brand X, theirs is like an overcooked piece of spaghetti.
Right. Nice way to put it. Well, you guys,
it's still going to taste all right, but it's not going to be nearly as good as when you shoot ours. But,
that's right.
Yeah, I know that's a lot to comprehend. It's tough to kind of visualize as I'm trying to explain it, but take a look at those videos if you get a chance, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about.
And folks, we're going to have links on our webpage to those videos. Make sure you get over and check them out, and check out all their other PSE Tech Tip videos over there. That'll do it for this Tech Tip.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to that Tech Tip in our mini podcast. And if you'd like to hear our full-length version podcast, come on over to our webpage, upnorthjournal.com, and you can check out all our full-length version podcasts there. And also, anything else that we like to do, come on over to our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts, and you can check out many more things that we do in the outdoors. So give us a listen.